Story of my life. Another fortune lost. I live on a place called the Treasure Coast. It's Vero Beach, Florida. It's called the Treasure Coast because back in 1715 or so, the Spaniards had been sending ships to Mexico and points south to rape and pillage and steal from the natives. They brought back all the gold to the Queen of Spain. They ran their economy. Theft and murder. They're bad people. Treated the natives poorly. But in 1715, fate caught up with them. Bastards deserved it. Hurricane came and sank every one of them. Drowned them. And their treasure sank with them off the coast of Florida, including Vero Beach. They deserved to be sunk and drowned. They were mean people. And, we know the treasure's out there. Probably maybe half of it's been recovered, half of it's just been lost and scattered over the years with all the hurricanes since 1715. It's just been scattered everywhere. People will find gold coins from time to time, washed up on the beach or whatnot. Sometimes when they're snorkeling, looking for lobster. Well, Bob Segala and I were off of Vero Beach one day, not near any known wrecks. We were just looking for lobster out on the reef. And it was a beautiful day. Didn't see any lobster. We looked and looked and looked. Didn't find anything except I did find this. This is a brass hinge. And you can tell it's been twisted and torqued by some huge force. And it used to be the hinge on something. Well, while I was underwater, I saw it. I said, well, isn't that cute? So I picked it up, put it in my pocket. Didn't see any lobster. But around this hinge, I noticed hundreds of pebbles. Things about that big, bigger than a marble. Smaller than a chicken's egg, but no lobster. Now the lobster down here, you think of lobster with, claws, claws that'll like bite your hand off. Badass lobsters. No, Florida lobsters are like big crayfish. Gentle creatures. You pick them up, boil them and eat them. They're delicious. But we didn't find any. But I did find this, and I saw those funny looking rocks. Well, back then I used to practice law with Peggy Lyon. And her dad was a friend of Mel Fisher, and he had found a lot of treasure boats, hundreds. He found the Atocha and found all kinds of treasure ships. And he found some off of Vero Beach as well. And a brilliant historian. He studied in Spain for 3 years trying to help find these wrecks, and by God, he found them. And I was in the law library at the firm one day and mentioned this hinge to Peggy Lyon. She said, you ought to give my dad a call. He might know something about that. I said, sure, why not? So I gave him a call. I described this hinge to him, how it looked, the way that it was formed, the way that it was machined. He said, Clinton, where did you get that? I said, well, I was just off of Vero Beach and on the reef looking for lobster and found it. He said, do you know what that is? I said, no, I don't know what that is. He said, more likely than not, that is a hinge off of a 3-lock box. Well, I said, Dr. Lyon, what's a 3-lock box? He said, that's the treasure box. That's what they used to put the gold in on the ships when they left raping the Mexicans or whatever they did over there. Aztecs. I don't know who the hell they stole it from. But they would put it in a 3-lock box so nobody could steal it because it required 3 different keys. And they would take it back to the Queen of Spain. He said, you're describing one of those hinges. And it's in an area, although not on the wreck site. He said, who knows? What else did you see? I said, well, I described all the hundreds of pebbles. He said, Clint, do you know what you were looking at? I said, pebbles. He said, no, you were looking at uncut, unpolished emeralds. Millions of dollars in uncut, unpolished emeralds. And I said, oh, I didn't pick up any of those funny little rocks. I just left them there, but I picked up this. So, the next summer, I got my snorkel and I went back out there, and a storm had come during the winter and covered up the reef. There's no way I could find where I was. I never marked it, have no idea how to find it again. So the treasure's still there. I don't have any of it in my pockets, but I have this. This is not worth anything, but it's a good story. So you never know what you're swimming over in life. Sometimes you're swimming over a fortune, and you never know it. Story of my life. Another fortune lost. But it's okay. I've got this. Have a good day, and you never know what type of fortune might be beneath your feet. Sometimes it's best you never find out. See ya. Bye.